Hello, welcome to episode number 371 of the TEW 2020 Challenge Run. This is going to be ECW for Week 3, 2024. And yeah, we're continuing the build to the Royal Rumble. Last week it was revealed that, we won't be seeing an ECW Championship match at the pay-per-view. We'll be seeing the Bloodline Civil War when Roman Reigns and Sikoa team up to face the Usos. If the Usos win, they get their jobs back. And all that shit. And yeah, tonight's main event, ZSJ, Buddy Murphy. We're finally going to get that match we were supposed to get back at Holiday Hell. Buddy Murphy's cleared from his concussion and he's ready to go tonight. And yeah, without any more further ado though, let's jump straight into tonight's show. Show kicks off with a 77, that's what I'm reading Damian Priest's individual rating and not the match rating. 81 rated match. Damian Priest against Bobby Roode. Priest does win with the South of Heaven in 15-21. 77 for Damian Priest, 73 for Bobby Roode, who's got a gimmick that's getting stale. So, maybe have to check on that one. But it is the grand jury boy, Damian Priest, who wins, because he's in the Royal Rumble. Bobby Roode is not, as we currently know. But yeah, Adam Cole is if the Paragon is in the group, though, so. We then cut backstage to the press room. Mackenzie's in there with Liv. Because last week, Liv, the Liberty champion Jade Cargill, showed up to ECW and you took her on for a fight. But, last we heard from you, you're still not really fit to compete here tonight. And she goes, yeah, I know, but why would I sit back and just give up a title opportunity, Mackenzie? Okay, because I'm ready to go whether the doctors tell me I am or not. And I need to get that Liberty Championship match that you robbed from me back at Holiday Hell. It's been living in my brain for a month. And for her to attack me like that before the match, that Pushy isn't that bitch. She is just a bitch and a coward. And then Shida walks in. She goes, Liv, come on, we're up next. She goes, what? Wait, hold on. We're up next. He's like, yeah, tag team match. Me and you tonight. And it's like, tag team match? Like, I want to do singles. I want to become Liberty Champion. And she goes, well, I got us a tag match because, you're still hurt. And I want to ease you back into the ring. And if it's a tag team match, you can take it easy and not do too much. And Liv goes, but whatever. Okay, guess I've got a tag team match to do, Mackenzie. Okay, because my partner doesn't care what I actually want to do. Then Liv storms off, and yeah, we do get a tag team match. Liv and Shida against two women from NXT. I can't quite remember exactly who, but they're not like actual ECW roster members. Before that, though, we get a Wes Lee vignette. It's like they did them in NXT in real life. When, he went home and he was with his family and all that shit. And it's just one of those. And it's him talking. And he goes, when I came to Raw in the 2023 draft, this was supposed to be, the start of something special for me. But as of now, I don't even really know who I am anymore. I've been a lot of things in my career. I've been a rascal. I've been a good guy. And now, I see, my wife cheering me on from the sidelines, and I feel like I'm letting her down by coasting over in WWE. But I say it's time for a change. It's time for Wes Lee to take matters into his own hands. It's time for me to enter and win the Royal Rumble. Because then, people might put some respect on my goddamn name. And they'll remember the name Wes Lee. 62. It's Lola Vice and Jada Parker are the two women that Shida and Liv face off against, and they win. They've got great chemistry, which could be important to note. But Liv does pin Jada with the Oblivion in 10 minutes and 8 seconds. 81 for Shida, 72 for Liv, 32 for Lola Vice, and a 16 for Jada Parker. And yeah, Liv, despite not really wanting to do a tag team action here tonight, they did pick up the win. So, yeah. Speaking of tag team action, last week Dudley Davis and Cesaro were in just that. And now, they meet up. They're at the coffee shop. Because they both drink coffee. Canonical, because Tyler Bate, was drinking coffee in the bitch segment. And Cesaro always drinks coffee. Yeah. He goes, so, last week, me and you, we really, showed those idiots Karrion Kross and Zion Quinn who not to mess with. So it goes, yeah, we did. But listen, Dudley. I'm flattered that you'd take me out for a coffee date, to try and flatter me up before you ask the question, but I don't need a tag team partner. Dudley goes, oh, I mean, I've got your back, but I don't really want to be a tag team either. You see, Claudio? I just got you a coffee because I thought, you like coffee and it'll be a great, great show of respect for you coming on my aid against those other two. But I don't care about being in a tag team, Claudio, and I'm going to tell you why, because I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble match, and I'm going to face Roman Reigns for the ECW Championship at WrestleMania. Cesaro sort of chuckles. He goes, why, what's funny? Do you not believe that I can do it? Cesaro goes, no, I do believe that you can enter the Royal Rumble and win it and face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That's not the problem. The problem is you won't. Because I'm going to win to the Royal Rumble match and I'm going to win it and I'm going to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the ECW Championship. Dudley just laughs and goes, well, we'll see then, won't we? And Cesaro goes, yeah, guess we will. And they both just awkwardly sip coffee. But then get this. No members of the Bloodline are physically on the show tonight, so we just get Paul Heyman narrating, the history of the Bloodline so far. From, SummerSlam in 2021 at Wembley, all the way through to now. And how next week, the Tribal Chief is going to be back on ECW. To send one final message to the Usos before the Royal Rumble. Matt Cardona and the Sandman have great chemistry, and it showed in their performances. This isn't actually the actual Sandman in the game because he was retired, so I've had to just make his skin face morpher, and Matt Cardona beats him in 2 minutes 46 with a Rough Rider. 49 for Matt Cardona, 32 for the Sandman. And yet that marks the third ECW legend that Matt Cardona has defeated here. That being the Sandman, Sabu, and RVD. After the match, he takes the mic, he goes, ladies and gentlemen, the indie god, the king of extreme, Matt Cardona has done it once again. I'm proving that I am the greatest of all time, the greatest to ever be on ECW, and there's not a damn person in the back here on the roster who can tell me otherwise, because I am the king of extreme. This here is my hot, sexy wife, the queen of extreme, and we are taking over. Out comes Bobby Lashley into her business. Because MVP's on the mic and you know exactly what he's going to say. But they're baby faces now, so we pop and cheer for it, and he's saying it to a douchebag. He goes, Matt Cardona, shut your dumb ass up. Listen here. There's only one man on this roster who's the king of extreme, and it most certainly ain't you, Matt. Hell, it most certainly ain't even Kurt Hawkins either, and it's barely even the Sandman or Sabu or any other has-been that you want to parade out here and claim you're better than. Because the man who is the real king of extreme doesn't need weapons, because he carries two on the end of his arms. The man who is the real king of extreme is the almighty Bobby Lashley, and last week the almighty Bobby Lashley was disrespected by Roman Reigns. Now I see Roman's not showing up to work again this week. That's fine, because the almighty Bobby Lashley's here. But I do hope that Roman Reigns is watching at home, because this message right here is from the almighty Bobby Lashley to Roman Reigns for when he has the balls to show back up to work and be a man and face the almighty man versus man. And then he just spears the fuck out of Matt Cardona, spears the fuck out of Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins, actually no, because Matt Cardona is Matt Cardona, actually. Not because I want to, protect him and save Lashley versus Cardona, just because of the character that he is. Lashley would spear Kurt Hawkins first, probably, and then Matt Cardona would immediately flee the ring. And Chelsea Green would leave him, and Kurt Hawkins would be left to die. Bobby Lashley does that delayed suplex, 30 seconds, hits the fucking Dominator, locks him in a hurt lock or whatever. And then MVP goes, "You see, Roman Reigns, you want to keep being a dumbass and disrespecting the almighty Bobby Lashley, looking down on the Hurt Business. That will be your future. Because this man, Bobby Lashley, has been ECW champion once before. And so help me, he'll do it again." Mackenzie's in the press room with Julia. She's just talking about Gigi Dolan. It's her and Gigi Dolan for the ECW Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble. And, Gigi, her rise since coming out of House of Contraction has been impressive. But hers is better. You see, Julia was in the same spot as Gigi, where she was primed to be, the breakout star of a tag team underneath in a faction. Back when she was in Dominion with Asuka and Micah. But she actually lived up to the hype. It's time to see if Gigi can do the same. Arley and Cedric are then doing one of those videos where they walk around the arena. But it's the arena that was in the ECW was in tonight. Before the show, it was taped earlier on in the day. And he goes, "Take a look around you, Cedric. In just mere hours, this place is going to be packed to the rafters of people coming to see ECW action. And you know what we're doing tonight, Cedric, huh? You excited for tonight?" Cedric's like, "What are we doing?" And he goes, "Nothing. That's my point, nothing. Okay? Because for years, I was the disruptor. I took and I took and I took and I took until I decided, that wasn't really for me. I'm going to just be a family man, be somebody that guys who look like me can look up to as a role model. But that only got me so far, and I still hope to be that role model to those same people. But I can't keep getting myself get walked over. Cedric, we may be the heart and soul here. We were the heart and soul of 205 Live, we're now the heart and soul in ECW. But maybe if you want to get back out there and show those fans what we're really about, we might have to lose a little heart. We might have to lose a little soul. We might have to do things the way we don't want them done, but the way they need to be done. Now, are you in? Or are you my enemy?" Cedric sort of looks around. He looks in the ring in the middle of the empty arena. And he looks back and he goes, "I'm so in." And then, yeah, they walk off. And I imagine that hopefully there'll be some sort of shot, where the last shot of the video shows them they've walked off out of frame and it's lingering on the ring, with the arena empty, and we can then somehow fade from that to a shot live with the arena full, because I just think that would look fucking sick. But yeah, we then move on to another match that overachieved. Killer Kelly fighting Ruby Riott. It's your standard Ruby Riott match. But it's different because Ruby's gonna come out as she does now. But yeah, because it's Killer Kelly, she can see through it. And immediately she tries to start goes, "Come on, I don't want this. Okay, I know who you really are. Bring it straight out. Okay, fight me." And Ruby, eventually does bring out that violent side. And in the end does defeat Killer Kelly with the Riott kick in 12:59. 66 for Killer Kelly, 68 for Ruby, but a 76 for the match is really good. And Ruby's getting better at her gimmick, which is, always good. After the match, she continues the attacks on Killer Kelly after the match. Lyra does run in to try and stop her, fight her off. She shoves her to the floor and goes, "Fuck off, mate." And Ruby Riott just laughs. He goes, oh, okay. Protect your friend. Okay. Because I'll have you next week. And she walks off. And Lyra does help Kelly to her feet. But yeah, next week Ruby Riott and Lyra Valkyria will go one-on-one following this. Speaking of next week, it's now been announced that Wes Lee, who we know announced that he would be a part of the Royal Rumble match, is going to go one-on-one with another ECW wrestler who's in the Royal Rumble. The God himself, Kyle O'Reilly, and what should be a fucking absolute banger. We also have, women's action. We just learned Ruby Riott after her attack on Killer Kelly tonight, going one-on-one with Kelly's tag team partner Lyra Valkyria on the show. Plus, the announcement you've all been waiting for, Joe Hendry's dropping his song just in time for Royal Rumble season. It's the Joman Royal Rumble hype song. Get hyped for that one. And some guy called Roman Reigns is showing up next week as well. I don't know, but Joe Hendry's here. That's all that really matters. Moving on to the Rumble, we have the announcement of Bloodline Civil War, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa against the Usos. The Usos win, they're reinstated to ECW. If Roman and Solo win, the Usos are banned from WWE forever. Heyman said something about going back and scrubbing them out of all the tapes or some shit. That's how serious he is about making sure nobody remembers the Usos ever again. We got no official confirmation for the Women's Rumble tonight, but we did get some for the men's. 2 to be precise, those being Dudley Davis and Cesaro, who will be a part of the men's Royal Rumble match. 93, there we go, that's the match we were expecting from these two. ZSJ, Bloody Murphy, the match that should have happened at Holiday Hell, but is happening tonight. And it goes 21-16, but in the end it is Zack Sabre Jr. who manages to cradle his way to... Actually, I've got a specific sick finish in mind, and I genuinely think Zack Sabre Jr. could pull it off. So, obviously one of the spots would be when Buddy Murphy goes for the bionic knee, the V-trigger. He'd counter that into like a crab of some sort. But the finish I have in mind is Bloody Murphy goes for the Murphy's Law. And as he picks him up on his shoulders and goes to turn him round, Zack Sabre Jr. can counter that into a cradle of some sort. Again, sounds fucking insane in my head, but if anyone could counter a move like that into a pin, it is Zack Sabre Jr. And that is the pin that gets him the win. #bars. 92 for ZSJ, 84 for Bloody Murphy. And then after the match, he just takes the mic. He goes, that's it, another dickhead down. I've beaten how many dickheads during my title run? I've lost count. But I can count to a number higher than that. I can count to 39 dickheads. Okay? Because I'm going to enter the Royal Rumble. I'm going to win that motherfucker. And when I do, Roman Reigns, tribal chief, tribal dickhead, whatever you want to call yourself, I'm coming for you. And I'll school you and show you what real techers look like. So yeah, just a quick promo by CSJ to end the show, confirming he will also be in the Royal Rumble this year. 87 rated show. Yeah, that's EC dub for you. But yeah, what matters more is what you thought of the show. So do let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you next time for SmackDown. See you then.